individually. Was that just shots falling early that allowed you to get that confidence going?
Just playing hard, just playing within the offense.
Glynn, what's it like going against a guy like Carson Edwards? It seemed like you guys went back and forth with each other. Do you guys kind of, or do players like that kind of relish that challenge?
I mean, I'm just going to step up to the challenge no matter what. Try to bring it on defense. Just try to play with energy and confidence on defense.
And obviously you didn't get the result you wanted, but do you feel like you guys put together maybe a full 40 minutes tonight?
I'd say 35. I think that we had a couple breakdowns at the end that cost us with like rebounds and stuff like that. But I thought we played hard the whole game.
Isaiah Roby talked before the game yesterday about guys maybe not being on the same page at Penn State on Tuesday. Do you think everyone was a little more in sync with each other today?
Yeah, I think we was on the same page. I think we just got to communicate more on the floor and execute.
Anything else for Glenn before I send him up? Next to you. I'll take questions for Coach.
What do you make of going to Penn State and not playing very well, and then battling against the number 15 team in the country? What do you take from those two games?
I don't take much from the Penn State game. It was extremely disappointing, right? And tonight is disappointing in its own way, but I'm proud of our guys. I thought they were just a couple plays away from winning. I think the things you look at, like Purdue, really a couple hustle plays at the end of the clock out of Grady. He gets the cut. We're zoned up to try and take away the lob or a cut, and he ends up scoring. And then he catches the air ball and puts it in. Those are two big plays. And there's sprint to slip thing they got us at the end of the first half. There's what, 7 points, right? If I do the math. We miss a couple bunnies inside that are point blank. It just doesn't take much. Your margin of error is not great, but.
Can you expand on that inbound? What exactly, you threw your bottle down and all that. What was the frustration?
That they scored. So we've sandwiched the big kid Harms to take away any lob, right? So Roby's supposed to be guarding the inbounder, technically. So we sandwich, and then we still are trying to pick up, if there's no lob, whatever else is coming out there. And we just kind of got taken away, got caught up, and didn't get back.
He just slipped in.
Yeah, I don't know how he got away from his own man. You know what I mean? But it was a good cut. I mean, and the offensive rebound I thought was a better play. Because they were dead. We had a shot clock going down, and we tipped it, I believe. James had maybe tipped it, and then he caught it and put it in, and that was a big play.
You just kind of, with two plays like that, the way things have gone, you just kind of, I guess, throw your hands up at some point and say.
I throw my water bottle. No. I look at it overall, and I'm like, okay, did we follow the game plan? Yes. I thought we did a good job harassing their perimeter guys. We did a very good job on Carson Edwards. His efficiency was not great. That when you've committed two to the ball on all those DHOs that you might be weak rebounding. We knew we were going to play Harms and Williams straight up in the post so that they, but two at a time. So you put yourself in a position, and it comes down to a couple extra effort plays or whatever it might be. And that's why Purdue's Purdue. Matt Painter is one of the best coaches in the country. There's no doubt about it. But I thought our kids really did a great job.
DJOs, what was that?
DHOs, dribble handoff. So the big catches it, and he might just hand off or dribble it once or twice. And then they screen and they bring those kids off to the top of the floor. And so we just stay with them, right? So Tanner, so to speak, his job is to stay and corral that. So as Tom's chasing, we're giving it so they can't come off that and shoot. But then you're weak because you've got Roby underneath with two guys, but you've got to take away their three. They're the best three-point shooting team. To have a chance, you've got to take away their three-point shooting. And we did a very good job on it. They were 6 for 26. That's 23%. And we're a couple loose balls away from winning the game.
those little things, do you have a sort of a sense of how close your guys are to kind of maybe alleviating those types of things?
Well, you know, first of all, I think you just credit Purdue and Grady Eifert. I mean, those are very good plays. Credit to Victor, right? Second of all, you know, I don't think we made a mistake. You know, I don't think we were out anything. It was a scramble situations defensively. And so, you know, sometimes the game breaks you. And, you know, it was the locker room was, well, you could see how Glynn was. They're a disappointed bunch of guys. We just got to, you know, you can't get your dabber down, right? Because it gets Michigan State championship next week.
What does it say about the character of your guys? Continue to fight hard. It's a really quality team, but the results not going their way. What does that say about the character of your guys?
Well, I was proud of them today. I thought they bounced back after again a very disappointing effort against Penn State, and really I thought we prepped well for Penn State, but I think it was more in game. Isaiah spoke to it, right? Like, and today the huddles were great. Isaiah's talking, Glenn's talking, you know, they're all sharing information, talking game plan, and really the way we had been until we got the slump going, right? And it looked more like our team, I thought.
Did you notice any dips in communication down the stretch when the game started to tighten up?
You know, there's always, you're going to miss a play here or there, and I there was a couple little errors, but I don't recall the exact play, so I don't want to go there. I just remember there were a couple. But I don't know exactly who was involved to be able to speak to it.
Was part of tonight just Purdue has so many different guys that can score and shoot, and it's just kind of hard to corral all of them?
Uh,
Pretty good job in making.
well, you know, you're mismatched on Matt. You know, Tanner's a 6'8" center, and you know Harms is what, 7? Yeah, okay. So how many is that? Like 7 inches, you know? And so we knew that going in, and then Roby gets in foul trouble. But I thought our bench did a great job. You have to credit Nana Kenton, and you have to credit Amir Harris was very good. I thought Brady did a nice job. And, you know, we missed 2 point-blank bunnies. Our 2 centers each had just a layup to make. And any of those things go right, and who knows? And they made their free throws. So I'm proud of our guys. Just got to keep them fighting, man. We just got to give them a bounce back and get going to, you know, next week for the 2 Michigan games.
Tim, on the topic of Amir Harris, do you sometimes wonder, you know, he had that spell where he missed some games because of his sickness?
Yeah, how many games did he miss? 5 or 6 games.
Yeah, if he would have had those games, do you sometimes wonder where he would be at development?
Yeah, I think I think he's finally where he was when he got sick, and now building off that, like we saw tonight, him building off that. And we need that, and because we need help, right? And so I was really happy for him. And, you know, the what could have beens on this season, you could write a never-ending book.
Glynn said it was about 35 of the 40 minutes where he thought the team gave full effort. Would you put 35 on it, or is it different?
I thought we were pretty good. I think Glenn's just talking about, we had 2 possessions after Eifert had those 2 shot clock plays, so he's probably talking to about those. And then, but we still scored, I think, to match. And then, but we had 2 possessions after that where that we took a bad shot, James took a bad one, and then Glynn was forced to take one, and we didn't run a play correctly, and you know, so that feels like 2 minutes, and that one feels like 2 minutes. So, and then the end of the first half probably feels like a minute. I was guessing he's talking about 5 plays, and which are, you know, 5 minutes it feels like, and so that's what I think. But you know, I don't read their minds. But Glynn was awesome, and you know, you sit there and say, hey, I need 25 out of you, and how about guard Carson, you know, for 35 minutes too, by the way, and shut him down. And I mean, that's a pretty tall task. So I thought he really rose to the occasion.
How do you think James handled everything that's been going on in his personal
It's
life?
tough. He's down. There's no doubt about it. It was a difficult day for him. You know, Deshaun Burke was the guy that came to us with the idea, and so, you know, I mean, when teammates do that for each other, I think that's pretty cool.
Tim, you said the Michigan State championship is ahead, not jokingly or maybe not jokingly. What's your message to the guys?
Let's go win it. I mean, I think that the thing, what do you say? Let's play for the NIT? I mean, so you have to tell these guys, listen, just lock into the moment. Anything can still happen. Let's do as well as we can to try and win the next game. Play, with the vigor that we need to play with, and make something happen.
Does having a team with this many upperclassmen kind of help with keeping them focused while going through a stretch like this and giving more effort?
We come back here one more time and it's senior night. So, James' attitude actually was pretty good, even though I didn't think his play was as good at Penn State. But, if we can keep Glynn in that good spot that he's in, and Roby too, I think that's important. When they get frustrated, they shut down, and today they just never let frustration, regardless of the score or whatever it was, get to them.